Hey, what's up guys? My name is Ilyas and this is your 30-second tutorial. I hope you guys like the previous tutorials where we wrote our first lines of jQuery code to work with AJAX. And so far we have the descriptions for the images outputted in the console, and this is not what we want to have. So we want this text pieces of text to be displayed just right under every picture right here, so that every image has its unique description. Right, before we do that, of course, we need to create a container for this text. So make sure you go to your HTML document and find this frame. And if you don't know what frame is, the frame is this frame pretty much, this white square. So you open the frame, and then just under this image tag you create a new div element, and now I'll just call it a description. And inside of this div element I'll create a paragraph element, like p element. And so now we are all set with HTML, and we can proceed with JavaScript. Great. Instead of getting this data outputted in the console, we want this data to be outputted in this description, and inside of this description we have a paragraph. So let's just go ahead and select the description like I teach you guys in the first tutorials, and then just go ahead and select the p element of it. And I hope you remember this HTML function of jQuery that allows you to edit HTML contents of every element. So in this case, we just paste this data, which comes from the server, to the inner HTML of this p element, and we can get rid of this console output. Just delete it. Yep. So now we are done with the script, with the script part of it, and we can proceed to the CSS. So the reason why we need to style it, I'll show you real quick. If I open this, I see that the description div is transparent, and it's not centered, so it's just not styled, and it looks crappy. And this is something what we want to change. So let's just go ahead to our CSS document and create some new rules. And the first rule is I'll select this description element, and I'll set its background color to be white, because every element you create in HTML and you don't set its color, it is transparent by default. So now when I open this, I see that this element is not transparent anymore, and we just need to center it. So we just need to adjust this distance between the edge and the text. And for that, I created a paragraph element inside this div element. So we'll just select this paragraph element, p element, and you remember, guys, that this frame's edge border is exactly 20 pixels, and so we want to add the same margin left to this p element of 20 pixels, and now the text should be centered, and now it is. And we also probably need to add some padding to this div element so that the text is not just right on the edge of the frame. So we can just go ahead to the description and say padding bottom, and I'll just say 10 pixels. Yep, and now it looks better. So we have the text description under the picture styled, and we have all this borders, and depending on how high the picture is, we have a variable height of the frame, and so it's just a perfect frame. And depending on how much text we have, we would have also a variable height of the frame. So if you have like several lines of text right here, it will automatically expand your frame to the bottom. So now we are done with this tutorial, and in the next one we are going to create some cool features like filters. And I'll figure out where we'll have our filters, either on the left side or on the top. And what I mean by filters, we'll have different types of images, and we'll split them into like groups like architecture or nature, people, cities, or something else, and then we'll be able to filter the pictures depending on their category. So that's it for now. I hope you guys like this tutorial, and make sure you program by yourself and you practice on your own, because that is one of the keys to the success. So I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Have a nice